Hey guys, before I open this video, I wanted to say I did actually just open a Discord server. I've been working on it for the last day or so. It took quite a bit of effort setting up. I put some good time into it. But there is channels for every, like, somewhat popular tower defense, even the smaller niche ones that I like. But I wanted to give you guys a community you can join and talk about these games that we all seem to enjoy. Now, if you want to join, it will be in the description of this video, and I put it in the description of all my previous videos as well. There are channels for like looking for help or just looking for a group to like grind a game together. There's there's just quite a bit you can do in there. It's not a lot, of course. I just wanted to make something so you guys can come talk to me, talk to each other, have a good time. Alright, let's go ahead and get into the actual video. Hey guys, Fire here. Today we're back on Universal Tower Defense. I was going to showcase the sharpshooter, which is Sinon if you weren't aware, but I have not gotten her, so I've just opted to showcase Esdeath today. Where is she? I don't have her on my team right now. My bad. But yeah, we'll be showcasing Esdeath. Where is she? Am I blind? Oh, yeah, she's right there. Okay. I opted to showcase her first, just based on the fact that I already have her etherealization 2. So as usual, we will go over her passives, her etherealization. This is her cosmetic, but we'll go over her passive etherealization and then go into the Ragna stage first, and then we'll go into the Christmas stage. Now first, let's go over the passives. Her first passive is basically just a full, I think this is her ability. But yeah, her ability's right here. It releases a full AoE attack dealing 100% damage, freezing any enemy in her range for 3 seconds, and that becomes 5 seconds on Etherealization 6, and that has a cooldown of 60 seconds. Now, again, this is the suboptimal trait. I only have Eternal, I think it's called? Yeah, Eternal. But I have not gotten Ruler on her, of course. I've been rolling on her, and I did get Ruler on the new Phantom Captain. I got it earlier today. But I've opted to just continue rerolling on Esdeath because she wants Ruler. Megumin wants Ruler too, but I'm just keeping Astral until I get her showcase done. But I will go ahead and continue reading her passives. Her first normal passive is when an enemy enters her range, they get frozen for 2 seconds, and it applies to anything. Second passive is she freezes any enemy she attacks for 1 second, and anytime an enemy is frozen, she gets 2.5% damage, and that becomes 5% with your Etherealization 2. And that goes up to 50% damage and 75% on Etherealization 4. Once she reaches the buff cap, her next attack will reset that passive. So she will just continue to gain that buff, and then as soon as that buff caps out, whenever she attacks again, it will reset back to 0, and then she'll have to gain it all back again. Next passive is... Okay, come on. Any allied ice unit placed within Ice Empress's range receives 20% damage, so it is a ice-type support. So if you have like Ragna or something in a range, they'll get 20% damage. Another ability, after reaching 50 kills on her meter, Ice Empress can summon Ice Cavalry for the next 5 waves, which has a cooldown of 120 seconds. And then each wave summons 10 Ice Soldiers. Wave 1 HP equals 50% of her total damage. And then each wave after they will gain 5% damage and 5% walk speed. So they're summons, and they will get more HP for each of the waves that go by in those 5 waves that the ability is active. And her last passive, and if she attacks a non-boss enemy under 20% health, it has a... Yeah, hold on. Let me go pull up like universal information and see if it has anything on it. I'll go ahead and cut to the information on that. Okay guys, I've went and checked universal information. I'll put the portion of the passive that is missing on screen. But basically, whenever she attacks an enemy under 20% HP, it has a 30% chance to be executed. Now, I'm sorry I didn't have that ready beforehand. I didn't realize this was cut off, but it is. And I will go ahead and go over her etherealization stars. First one, third one, and fifth one are obviously all the 10 stat points. Second one is, of course, the 5% damage boost to Frostborn Commander, which is the one that every attack she gets damage boost up to a certain threshold. Etherealization 4 is Frostborn Commander is capped at 75, and the Etherealization 6 is the freeze is increased to 5 seconds. I believe that is this one. Yeah. Okay, her ability gains goes up to 5 seconds. So she seems pretty good. Very good support to have. Her DPS seems like it might be pretty good. I do have the Sun God gear because honestly, I didn't show this last video, but I was told that I should put Reaper gear on some characters. But guess what? look at my luck with this gear. Yeah, I don't really have any. But regardless, I'm just keeping Sun God on her, and we'll go ahead and jump into the Ragna stage. Okay guys, we're here in the Ragna stage. I did wait for it to start like I did last video, because there is like for some reason, like a 10-second period where it just doesn't start. But regardless, we will go ahead and open with Esdeath and see her numbers. Remember, she is getting more and more damage every attack, and also thanks to Eternal, she will be gaining even more every few waves. But these are her two abilities. We already know Ice Cavalry is the one that summons, and Frost Dominion is the one that time stops. Well, quote-unquote time stops. It's basically just a freeze. But we'll go ahead and start upgrading her. Her damage on place is not terrible. She is a decent unit, but I feel like you're going to be using her for... I don't think she's hybrid. I might have to place Jingliu. Yeah, I'll just place Jingliu. Not Jingliu. Commander or whatever. I don't remember her actual name. But she's hybrid on place, so I'll just keep her down. But, basically, she is going to be stacking up more and more over time. And that's going to keep happening. I guess I'll go ahead and pop Frost Dominion. Oh, she's stunned. Okay, come on now. There we go. Okay. Now, it doesn't do as much damage as you'd hope. It does equal to her damage. It's not like a nuke or anything. It's just a full AoE attack that you can do every now and then. But it also does freeze, so that's still very valuable. Whenever the boss spawns, I will place Kenpachi in order to actually help out with clearing the enemies. But once this wave starts, I'll go ahead and start Frozen Cavalry. Okay, there we go. Now, I'm, again, unsure if she becomes hybrid, but that is why we have... trying to think of her name. I think it's like Enterprise or something. I don't know, I never played as her lane. But regardless, she is definitely a good unit so far. Her damage isn't that crazy, but I also don't have Ruler. She is a one placement character, so you can't... That's why Ruler is optimal for her. One placement characters almost always want Ruler. There's very, very few exceptions to that fact. Maybe when Astral was still one placement, it would have been better. Okay, so she does become hybrid on upgrade 8. Now, her damage, again, is pretty good. She stacks up pretty high, and then thanks to Sun God, she'll be hitting even more, plus Eternal. Eternal is a bit of a odd trait. That's why I want to take her into Winter Event for sure, because it is a 30-wave stage. It'll give her plenty of time to stack up Eternal. But we'll see how she works with Eternal. Again, we know Ruler is her best trait. But if you want, you can get something cheaper, or like Sacred, or, again, Eternal. No one's going to blame you. She's not really the most important DPS, but her optimal trait is Ruler. But again, I do like to have my showcases show some suboptimal traits. Let me go ahead and place Kenpachi. Strongest, yeah. There we go. Okay, Kenpachi should be handling the boss's shield. I'm probably going to have to sell and replace him because he got stunned, I think. Yeah, it seems like he did. Alright, let me go ahead and just replace Kenpachi real quick. Miku didn't really... I didn't really show the Miku buff, that's my bad. But it's not a big deal, I don't think. I'll go ahead and pop Frost Dominion here whenever it's actually available. But so far, her damage isn't crazy. She's mostly there for the support. Which, honestly, I did expect that. I wasn't expecting Esdeath to do absurd damage or anything. I think I'm going to have to just move her and sell Enterprise, too. I'll wait until the shield's gone to sell Enterprise, though. Okay, whoa, Enterprise, chill out! Chill out! We're trying to see Esdeath here. Alright, there we go. More cavalry. But the cavalry is going to be a good source of damage for her. Other than that, she's not going to be doing that much. Luckily, cavalry does have a kill cooldown, so you can't just place and spam her. But regardless, Esdeath isn't really that crazy damage-wise. As you can see, she will not be able to kill this boss. But the support she will provide to the team is very good. If you want to go for her, I would not blame you. I wouldn't say she is a must-have, where, like, Enterprise with Ruler is definitely a must-have. Her damage is insane. But Esdeath is not really a must-have. You can get her for the good support, but other than that, she's not that crazy. So don't really sweat if you have Esdeath or not. Keep going. You can go for her, like, if you have her already. You can go and get, like, Sacred. Sacred's probably good for a cheaper trait, just for the fact that it reduces her cost. But Eternal seems like it might be pretty good. We'll have to see her actual stacking numbers. But I'll go ahead and cut into the Christmas stage. Okay, guys, we're here in the Christmas stage. I'm going to be placing Esdeath as soon as I can, so that her Eternal buffs will stack up. For those of you who are unaware, Eternal basically buffs her up every wave. Can't remember the exact buffs, but I think it goes up to like 100% damage and stuff. So it is good to have Esdeath placed, or any other Eternal character you have placed, as soon as you physically can. So I will go ahead and place all my characters, and then I'll skip ahead to when Esdeath's actually maxed out. I'm going to have to upgrade my other characters first, just so they can actually hold off. We already know Esdeath will not be soloing. Her damage isn't that crazy, especially not with Eternal. But I do want to see the numbers. But yeah, I'll go ahead and speed ahead to whenever Esdeath is maxed out. Okay guys, Esdeath is now maxed out. I do not believe Eternal is maxed out. It seems like it's still at a 1.6 times, and I believe it caps out at 2 times, since it's a 100% multiplier. I'm not sure. I haven't really seen it go up anymore. But regardless, this is the number she's putting up. It's pretty decent. 23k. I can't tell if that's the max passive or not. 1.3. I think that was pretty much... It goes up to 50%. Okay. So once it's at 50%, we'll have seen her max number. Okay, it already reset back down. But luckily, the Gear 5 headpiece, I don't remember what exactly it's called, but it does give her a buff every, I think, 5 attacks. So we'll see some pretty good numbers from her. But the Frostborn Commander is her main source of gaining damage. Eternal seems like it is capped out now, even though they said they buffed it to 100%. I'm not sure. It's been a bit. My memory may not be serving me right. But her Frostborn Commander is getting close to capping out again. Let me see. I'm trying to refresh. 1.4. 1.4. Is it going to be 1.5 yet? This is a nice thing to be able to see the actual... Okay, reset again. Great. It is a nice little feature to see these numbers, though. Like, for the buff data. I wish more games would do that. But we've seen her general numbers. She does some decent DPS. It's not the most insane. But I feel like it's a little disingenuous to expect her to do insane DPS whenever she is mostly a support character. Now, personally, I would say maybe go for SPA. I don't know. It's a bit confusing. SPA for the freeze, you can do SPA for the freeze, or you could do damage for cavalry and higher frost minion damage. It's really up to you. It doesn't really matter all that much. See, like, we can actually see the passive in game right now. Don't know why it's cut off in the lobby. It's such a weird thing. But as you can see, okay, it reset before I could even comment on it. But it was pretty good damage. Her damage is not, again, expected to be crazy. Go for her if you want. I wouldn't say she is a necessary character by any means, but she is definitely a good support character. Well, really, that's about it. We'll go ahead and see how fast this team mobs the boss, I guess, even though Esdeath isn't going to be doing that much. But as you can see, she's done 1.5 million. She did do some pretty good damage. Somehow Enterprise did a lot less. It seems Kenpachi is the only character that did more, but Enterprise probably did a lot more in total with her planes, because it's something you kind of do have to take into account. But Esdeath is a good character. Very strong. Very valuable for her support. But other than that, that'll be it for today's video. If you guys did like it or find it helpful, please consider liking and subscribing, as it would help me out a lot. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.